Okay, we've completed the funnel, we've created a bunch of custom fields, we created the form and or the survey, and you put them onto the landing page, right? Now we need to get this page out on the internet. Now, you could just, preview this and use this app.besserfinancial slash v2 preview ad7 whatever, right? You could use that and it will work. However, it's not very pretty and it's probably not the best option. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach this website or this funnel page to an actual domain name. Another name for a domain name is the website address or the URL, which is a universal resource locator, right? Your web address. So how do we do that? Well, if I did your setup and your onboarding, then under settings and on the left-hand side under domains, you should have a list of domains already attached. And then you can just go in and attach under settings. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. If you don't have any domains, then you have to do this next part. So first thing we need to do is add what's known as DNS to your domain. So let's get that set up. All right, this is going to look a lot more confusing than it actually is. So don't get overwhelmed, okay? So let's get into CNAMEs, and we also have an A name, where, an A name right there. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into GoDaddy. So if you don't have a GoDaddy account, just go to GoDaddy and buy a domain. It's not hard. Not going to teach you how to do that because you should be able to figure that part out. Under your top right hand corner, you're going to go to your name and then click on My Products. And then under My Products, it's going to have a list of all your domains that you have. I'm just going to pick one of my throwaway domains. Here's a EML SRV. And when I hover over this, there is a DNS button. Just click on the DNS button and you'll see that it's got a bunch of DNS entries right here. Now this is a throwaway domain, so it really doesn't matter. I'm going to blow this up to 50 so you can see the whole thing. Okay? So now what we want to do is we need to add some DNS information to this. So we need to add what's known as a subdomain, and we're going to add go cal, and that'll be for your calendar. If you're going to be doing promos like on-site promotionals and things like that, going out to CVS or whatever and do a live one, you may want to do a promo, have people register on site, and then we've got an unsubscribe. Now, again, if I did your onboarding, I've already set these up with you, right? But if I didn't do your onboarding, or if you wanted to add a new subdomain, you could do that. So I'm going to just do the go. I'm going to copy this, and I'll put a link to this file in the training folder. Okay? And we're going to go back to GoDaddy, and we're going to add a new record, and we're going to choose a type, which is CNAME. The name of it is Go, and then the value is that level0.funnels.messagesender.com dot. For GoDaddy, don't forget the dot at the end, and then click Save. So that's all you need to do. Now you could go on and do the rest of them if you wanted to. Let's go here. And you could do cal the same exact way, promo, unsubscribe, etc. if they're not already there. If they are there, then don't do them. Now, if you don't want to use, this is what's known as a subdomain. So when I publish this, it would be go.emlsrvr.com / whatever the directory is. Okay? If you didn't want it on a go dot and you just wanted it on www or emlsrvr.com, then what you would do is you would add what's known as an A record. And the A record does not use a server name, it uses an IP address. So we're going to do an @ symbol here. And we're going to copy this 34.120.63.60. And we're going to paste that in there. And click Save. Now, DNS records typically take about sometimes between 24 and 48 hours. So you saw this little black thing up in the top right-hand corner, a little notification. It can take up to 48 hours to get circulated through all the different internet servers. So just be patient with this if it doesn't work the first time, okay? So now what we need to do is, once we've got it configured inside of GoDaddy or inside of Namecheap, which I'll show you here in a second, you would go to Add on your domains, and we're going to go go.emlservr.com. Now, for this one, we're adding this manually. So add record manually, and then verify records. And this might take a minute or two, so just be patient. If it doesn't go through the first time, then do it again. As long as you made sure you didn't have any typos. Sometimes DNS takes a while, right? So just give it patience. This is not like an immediate configuration. Sometimes it takes a little while. So we're just going to wait. There you go. So now it's done. So it got added successfully, and we're going to go there. We're also going to add that emlserver.com without the www in the front. We did not configure a www address, so I'm not going to add that. And add record manually and verify records. Now, if I wanted the www, I would just do that, but instead of the A record, I would do another CNAME record and use that level 0. So I'll show you that in a second. And we're waiting. There you go. So there was a problem here. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to go back to my DNS. That's correct and that's correct. So while I'm showing you this, I'm going to copy this URL again. It's right here again. Just going to copy that. And this time we're going to do the www. We're just going to give that DNS a chance to filter in here. And we're going to add a CNAME. And this one is www. And we're going to click Save. So we've got the www here and the go here and the, all right, so this one is parked. So that's probably why it's causing a conflict. If you do not know what you're doing, do not delete anything in your DNS. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I knew I did not need a parked A record, so I just deleted it. So now it should work fine. But if you don't know, do not delete anything because you could really mess up your websites, okay? So let's go back into here. We're going to click Add. We're going to go emlservr.com. And this time I added the www record in the DNS. So we're going to add record manually and verify records. And this should go through this time. There you go. So now those two domains were added. So now we've got a go.emlservr.com. We have an emlservr.com, and we have a www.eml. This domain regex registered default for, that's fine. You can ignore that error. Okay. So now we need to do step 2. And step 2 is going back to the funnel, so sites and funnels, and under here we've got settings. And under settings, we need to select the domain, and it really doesn't matter what you put it on. I'm going to put it on this Go domain right here, and I'm going to click Save. Some paths are updated due to a URL conflict. That's fine, and click OK. Now, a couple things. What I noticed was Medicare Confused 2862, that's fine. It's a little bit longer than I would like. And how you can change that is under Publishing. You can change it right here and boom. And you may want to change that. Just get rid of the dash and click Update. And see if that one's taken. So that's fine. So now, if I click here, I'm going to copy this. this is the URL that I can use in a Facebook ad. Again, the DNS is not populated, so I know it's going to work. I've done this 1,000 times, but sometimes DNS takes a while to kind of replicate, right? So give it a half an hour, check it back, and it should work fine. Okay? So I've got this set up, and you can use this URL in an email. You can text message it to somebody. You could put it on a Facebook ad and direct traffic to it to collect contact information. So there's 1,000 uses for this URL. You could put it on your LinkedIn profile. You could put it in your Facebook. So wherever you wanted to get it in front of potential prospects, that's where you would put it. Okay? And that's all you need to do is just go in under settings. Now, the other thing I would do is this path right here is ACA Life Change. Some of these just were copied and pasted. So you might want to change this to Medicare-confused just to keep it consistent. It shouldn't really affect anything with the domain or your URL that you're using. Yeah, it didn't change anything here. And that's all that really matters. Just from a back-end server, it makes it a little bit cleaner. Okay? And I think we fixed most of these when we were creating new accounts and stuff, so you shouldn't have that issue. Okay? But if you have any questions, go ahead and talk to your marketing team. They know how to set up DNS also. Also, we'll put some more advanced trainings in here a little bit later on. Okay? Thanks a lot, everybody. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.